Let me explain to you guys this in simple English. Okay? Iran is run by lunatics, religious fanatic lunatics. They have an ambition to have nuclear weapons, and the world will be a safer place when these radical clerics no longer have access to these weapons.
Yeah, forget diplomatic speak. Why don't you just tell it like it is? A warning to the West following the death of the Ayatollah. Our next guest writing in part, quote, Khomeini is dead, and that is cause for celebration. Yet, what he spent almost half his life building, the money, the networks, the radicalized men already living in the Western cities, still exists. Hoover Institute research fellow and founder of the AHA Foundation, Ayaan Hirsi Ali, joins us now. Born in Somalia, raised to embrace Islam, but converted to Christianity and lives with us now. Ayaan, great to see you. Your point is radical Islam is said, happily is decreasing in the Middle East, but it's increasing in the West. How did this happen?
So, Brian, very nice to see you. I'm obviously watching Operation Epic Fury, which I think for the Ayatollahs is Judgment Day. Great. What's going to happen now is that the Islamists, are going to be cleared out of the Middle East, not just out of Iran, but out of Saudi Arabia, out of the UAE, out of other parts of the Middle East. And you have to ask yourself, where are these people going to go? Where will the Islamists, the people who run the Houthis, the people who run Hezbollah, the people who benefited from the Islamist regime of Iran, where will they go? They will try and come to the West. They will come. That is ironic. They'll try to come to America. They'll try and come to Europe. In America, we have an administration that has closed the borders. Thank you, Donald Trump, for that. And I think as we get into the next phase of this, we're going to start to look at networks all across the United States of America of subversion through Islamists, whether it's the Muslim Brotherhood or the Shia branches of that. I worry, and this is a warning for European leaders, that these Islamists are going to come to Europe where they have enormous clout, political clout, cultural clout, financial clout. This is the unintended consequence of Operation
Of your
Epic.
liberal, open up the borders. These people are refugees. Let's open up your hearts. How dare you? Are you an Islamophobe if you stand up and say, wait, we're losing our national identity? Trump didn't mind saying that. The Europeans were horrified. Now they're realizing he was right. Let's give everyone an idea of what England's looking at. If you look at the parties as they stand right now, Gordon and Denton results say 30% of the electorate is Muslim. The Green Party, you got 14,000, Reform Party, 10,000, Labour Party, 8,000. But you have within the Green Party, 30% of that Green Party is Muslim. These numbers are growing. So if these politicians want to get elected, they got to ask the Muslim community, what do you want? And they're giving them what they want. And in this case, in the UK is, don't help out America. In Spain, don't help out America. And they're listening.
Exactly. That is what I call the red-green alliance, where the red are the communists, the Marxists, the far leftists, and the greens are the Islamist movements. And if you have an environment like that, highly hospitable to people who are fleeing the Middle East, let me tell you something, Brian. The Islamists will be treated in the Middle East like the Nazis were treated during the Second World War. So they're going to...
We just froze there for a second. Sometimes it bounces back. I'd love for her to finish that sentence. She's got a great editorial in the Free Press. But by the way, the conclusion, October 7th, was supposed to turn the whole Muslim world against the U.S. and Israel. What's happened since? Horrible day, but since that time, the world has chosen Israel and the U.S., and Iran is the one fighting for its life right now.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.